Was Jesus against religion or just hypocrisy? It's a question that stirs hearts and divides opinions. Some say Jesus came to destroy religion altogether, to set people free from laws and rituals. Others believe he came to fulfill religion, to restore it to its original purpose, a way to connect humanity to God. But when we look closely at his life, his words and his actions, we discover something far deeper. Jesus wasn't against religion itself. He was against what religion had become. A performance without purpose, rules without relationship, and rituals without love. In the Gospels, we often see Jesus confronting the religious leaders of his time, the Pharisees, scribes, and teachers of the law. These were men who devoted their lives to studying Scripture, fasting, praying, and observing traditions. On the outside, they looked holy. They carried themselves like spiritual giants, but Jesus saw past the robes and titles. He saw hearts that were hard, proud, and blind. He said to them, "These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me." That's not rejection of religion, it's rejection of hypocrisy. The Pharisees had turned faith into a competition. They measured holiness by appearance, how long someone prayed, how publicly they gave, how strictly they obeyed. They added heavy burdens on others but refused to lift a finger themselves. Religion for them became a tool for pride instead of humility, for control instead of compassion. And when Jesus came teaching love, mercy, and truth, they felt threatened, because Jesus exposed their motives. He revealed that they were more concerned about being right than doing right. Jesus didn't despise the temple. He cleansed it. He didn't condemn the law. He fulfilled it. He didn't destroy structure. He gave it life. His problem wasn't with the idea of worship. It was with worship that had lost its heart. When he overturned the tables of the money changers, he wasn't saying down with religion. He was crying out, this was meant to be a house of prayer, not a marketplace. He was reminding everyone that faith is sacred, not something to be exploited or used for personal gain. Every time Jesus healed someone on the Sabbath, the religious leaders accused him of breaking the law. But Jesus looked them in the eyes and said, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. He was restoring perspective, reminding them that the law was meant to serve love, not to suffocate it. Rules were never meant to replace compassion. Structure was never meant to silence mercy. If Jesus were alive today, some might accuse him of being anti-religious. They might say he rejected tradition, ignored authority, and broke rules. But the truth is, he was showing us what real faith looks like. Real faith is not about empty rituals or polished appearances. It's about a living relationship with God. It's about humility, honesty, and love. Jesus didn't come to abolish religion. He came to redeem it, to turn it from a lifeless system into a living connection. He prayed in synagogues. He celebrated Passover. He quoted Scripture constantly. He respected the commandments. What he rejected was pretense, the kind of religion that separates people rather than brings them closer to God. When he told the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector, he made it clear. The proud man who prayed to show off went home empty, but the humble sinner who cried for mercy went home justified. That's the kind of worship God desires, not perfection but sincerity. The message of Jesus wasn't throw away religion, it was find God in it again. He came to shift focus from rule following to relationship building, from fear to faith, from ritual to reality. Religion without love is hollow, and worship without heart is noise. Jesus wanted people to understand that God isn't impressed by appearances. He's moved by authenticity. So was Jesus against religion? No, he was against the religion that forgets compassion. He was against pride dressed as holiness. He was against systems that keep people bound instead of bringing them healing. He was against hypocrisy, the kind that talks about God but never walks with him. If Jesus walked through our cities today, he might not preach in the biggest churches or sit with the most respected leaders. He might sit in the park with the broken, eat with the outcast, listen to the hurting, and say this is where God's heart beats. Because that's what he did then and that's what he'd do now. Jesus didn't come to destroy religion, he came to awaken it. So maybe the question isn't whether Jesus was against religion. Maybe the question is whether we've turned our faith into something he'd recognize. Because the moment our religion stops reflecting love, mercy, and truth, we stop reflecting him. And that's what he came to change.